Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I'm late. Again, as usual. Phew, fresh out of the shower, and I'm in the hallway of our place. It's so hot. Like, I want to use the tatami floor, tatami floor room where we have windows, but there are some sunlight coming in, and the heat comes in, and we don't have enough money to cover all this air conditioning in the daytime. So yeah, this is what happens. So do you like my fan? I gotta do the Asian thing. I have a fan over here, but I'm still feeling hot. Anyway, can you guys hear me and everything? Hey, who downvoted? Oh, somebody who downvoted? Oh my gosh. I've got haters. But haters come in and they actually give me some views, so it's like, for me personally, I never vote down videos or streams because it makes me feel like I'm small, or like it's such a low thing to do. So even if I don't like someone's content, I'm like, I just don't vibrate with these people and then leave. But anyway, wait, I need to. ここの後ろ映ってるからね。Okay. Just telling my husband that he can't walk by me. You don't want to see him in the, keep fighting. Thank you, mandatory carry. As always, thank you. Keep fighting. I'm so like I want to be strong. So I was actually working out this morning. I woke up at 7 or so, and what do you call it? Like, I checked the time, that like how long it takes for me to work out, and it was like 45 minutes long. Like, wow. But look at my muscle though. Can you see? I don't even know if you can see. It's actually, I'm pretty big for a girl or a woman. I'm not a girl. I'm a grown up. You know, I know what I just said, right? I learned that word for Yoko's benefit, seeing it as Shannon Watts called me the English version. What? What? Oh, you guys were talking here? Okama? Oh, interesting. Signing in for my weekly comments skipped. Those of you, yeah, hello chat. Yeah, 5 minutes late. Yes, this comment made my husband laugh. So I was like, why? Why are you laughing? It's always late. Yes, it doesn't matter how early I wake up, just how I am. This is my identity, to be late. Oh man, did you hear the Japanese cast of Digimon slamming political correctness? It was amazing and hilarious. God bless Japan. Really? Japanese cast? What? That's interesting. Is it like a Japanese cast in Japan or somewhere else? I'm not familiar with like stuff like that. Haha, gotta do it. Yes. Buy some ETH. What? And you, what is that? I'm a fan of it. This is what I got at dollar shop, like a few years ago, I think, and it does the job. Yes, I like purple, so you're very loud, very clear, and I had to turn the volume down. Sorry. Big news in the U.S. right now is Biden administration illegally extended the rent moratorium. It's a violation of the Third Amendment, but as usual, nothing will be done about it. Moratorium. Moratorium. A period of time? Oh, now I get it. Huh. They extended the rent. Huh. I don't fully understand, but man. Oh, thank you for your super chat, James. A few Trump administration insiders like Sean Spicer have publicly said that Trump will run in 2024. Do you think Donald Trump will run in 2024? Me, it's so hard for me to guess because I don't know what's inside of what's going on inside of the Republican Party. What I was hearing earlier, though, like when the presidential election was ending, I was hearing that it's all over. Like Donald Trump is like his time is gone and stuff like that. And I was hearing that from this Japanese expert here, who is very, very he's so good at what he does. Like he analyzes American politics, and also he's a conservative, and also he has connections in the U.S. And yeah, I think he's tied to some religious groups too. So he knows a lot, and he was saying a lot of the Republican Party. Well, they were not supporting Trump to begin with, like in the first place, but yeah, he was saying that like Trump is not their guy and stuff like that. So that was the impression that I had, that he did his part, and now it's gonna be passed on to somebody new, especially because America is filled with lots of human resources, like amazing human resources. You guys have a lot of amazing leaders, so I was thinking there will be somebody else that is, especially because the president, the seat of as the president is something that everybody wants to get. So yeah, I don't know how to think about that. I don't know. I rather want to. I would rather want to hear what you guys think about that. Like, do you think Trump will run? But I don't know which is better for him though, because if he becomes like the fixer behind the scenes, that's more powerful maybe. He's the guy behind the curtain, and that's like super powerful, I feel, and he can be more free that way. There are rumors lockdowns are coming back in the US around mid-September. Really? I thought that the US was doing good. Japan is not doing well now. Like the numbers are increasing. Like it's so ridiculous. Like it's not because of the Olympics or whatsoever. It's probably due to the kind of the virus that is spreading. Like it has more contagious aspect or characteristic. So that's probably why. But although the situation is bad, at the same time, the vaccination is very, very proceeding, and everybody is getting vaccinated here. And it's interesting because I hear all this people in America saying, especially conservatives, going against the mandatory vaccination and so on. But over here in Japan, we don't even say like, oh, you like it's a must. The government doesn't say that. They only encourage, but people here are like they're willing to get vaccinated. So that's very interesting. But yeah, I don't know what to think about vaccination. I don't want to get vaccinated, but I think my husband will get vaccinated soon. So then I'll see. You know, but I'm still young. Like I'm not that young, but it's older like we start with like elderly people, and then occupational people, those who are engaged in medical field and so on, they get vaccinated, and flight attendants and so on, they get vaccinated. And so it's all in order, and I'm in the 30s, and my turn is still not here yet. The government wanted to end that, like all the vaccination by September or so. I don't know exactly when, but in the fall, I think, if I am correct. But and it is going well, but I hear like they don't have enough vaccination or whatever. Anyway, I talk a lot, but this is a Q&A session, so you can ask me anything for the most part. Based Digimon writer in sportscast. Hello there. Hello there. Does Japan have a ranch stoppage as well? What is ranch stoppage? I'm not getting, like, it's probably the same as what you... What? What does that mean? Moratorium. Oh, the Japanese get slammed cancel culture and political correctness, and the Western leftist anime fans got mad on Twitter. That's awesome. Yeah. Our the celebrities, like our actors and actresses and so on, a lot of them are leftists here too. But our culture, though, what is that? Is that my sweat? Our culture is very conservative. Like after World War II, our enemies at the time, like probably your country, wanted to, destroy destroy the strength of our country, meaning our Shinto, like our religion or custom, and the emperor family and everything like that. But our cultural values are so tied with our language and everyday routine, so they couldn't do that. And I think the Japanese, our culture, I think, is shaped by our environment too. That we have a lot of nature, and I don't know what it is that is shaping us, but we don't change. And so the majority of us are conservative. They don't realize that they're conservative, and they do like, some left ideas and so on, but like fundamentally we're conservative. So yeah. Cancel culture and everything, like even death penalty, like death penalty is something that our lawyers are going against, because most of them are the left, but people here want death penalty because that's our what you call, like a primitive, like very, I don't know, we have that in our blood. Like we want that sort of things. But yeah, even if Trump runs again, the election will be so-called fortified again. Fortified. That's a guys. You guys use difficult words. 45. Wow. Whoa, that's such a difficult word. Interesting. Trump won't run. It will be DeSantis. You will see Dr. Don Jr. WV. Though probably Ivanka somewhere else as senator. So, do you think they will become politicians? Because, I feel like that would be a wrong way to use them though politically. Like some people are better to just have the role that they have right now, like if you become a politician, then your actions and words, like what you say and so on, it will be limited. Wait, where was I? This comment section sometimes like jumps, so I'm like, where was I? Wait. Oh, we're here. Trump 2020. That's this year. I wonder how Biden is doing. I haven't seen him in a while. I did see Saki, the woman that speaks for the government. Like she gives problematic comments about mandatory vaccination, like vaccination mandate. I don't know English. ワクチン取った日本は超後ろじゃない。Well, the star was behind, but I think the vaccination, like how the process, like people are getting vaccinated really fast, and we have this good system to do that. Like, what's good about Japan is that all the information of the citizens information is very managed very well. So I think they're doing well. Until local election reforms are made to ballot accountability, the Dems will keep exploiting the system and fortify again. Oh, now I see. Yeah. They're gonna use that. I want. It's so difficult because, like, it's the United States, and each states is different. It's something that's something that is hard for us to understand or get a sense of. Like Japan is Japan, and like all the prefectures are now equal except for Tokyo. And so, I mean, Tokyo is the same too, but it's just where their stand is a little bit different. But aside from that, it's like Japan is Japan, and we have the same system. So it's very interesting when I read stuff like that. Trump will run because Biden will not run. And the DNC will pick Kamala, the most unpopular vice president in history. Do you think so? I feel like, I don't know, liberals love her, especially women. Like some females are really dumb. Like it doesn't matter where you're from. Like some women, especially in developed countries, they just cheer when women women take some kind of role or they win or whatever. And it's so weird. Like just because just because someone is the same gender as you doesn't make you any better. The person just did a good job in whatever field that she's in, and that's the end of the story. And somehow people are so like they feel so connected, and that's something that I don't get as a woman. I don't care if women do a good job or not, like, or if like females, more females work in the society or whatsoever. Like it's so weird. I could ramble on that, but like, isn't that racism? Like differentiating male from females, or vice versa. Hello, Yoko. You doing anything fun this weekend? Sort of. After this live stream, we are gonna get a new TV, because it's actually not a fun thing though. Like, it is fun, it is exciting that we're getting a new TV, but I had to pay for it because I'm the one who broke the TV. It's a huge screen and it's expensive, but I bought it the other day with my credit card. I'm so grateful that I do own a credit card. So I'm like paying for it, like taking 10 months. Yeah. Because just so that I can afford it. And yeah, but it's gonna come after this live stream. And yeah, and the people will wire everything for us. But yeah, it's funny though. It's not even funny. It's the typhoon is coming here now. So they called me early in the morning saying, like, oh, can we shift the time to earlier? Because the typhoon is coming. I'm like, wow, like Japanese people work so hard. Like, what if I said no? Are they gonna come in the middle of typhoon? It's so crazy, but it's good. And so once the new TV comes, I'm gonna make my husband speak in front of the TV, because when he watches TV, especially like news or political content, he complains a lot, and that is very informative and also funny. So I'm gonna get his face on the screen, like, and live stream so that people can watch together, and that's how I'm gonna get the return of my payment for the TV, if that makes sense. I'm gonna do something fun though. I want to go play, but I don't know what to do. The stupid COVID is taking over our country. Man, yeah, the sky is starting to look dark. Oh yeah, vaccine passports. That would suck, vaccine passports. I don't know what my country's thinking right now about vaccine passports. A period of time when people don't have to pay rent. Oh, so that's gonna affect the economy. How are the real estate people going to survive? And if they can survive, then that's the bank that have to suffer. In Japan, though, the government gives us money every once in a while. Like during this COVID-19 situation, we got twice or so. Business people have been getting all this money from the government to, support them, like a financial aids for their business. Still, though, our like especially our restaurants and bars and so on, they are disappearing because they can't maintain the business anymore. Oh, you got Pfizer. I'm not sure about this, like how things work. everything is not like it's an obligation, but I don't know if like we have laws that that are binding this thing. I would check the website of our government. Sorry, I don't know. I'm not following COVID-19 too well. My friend got vaccinated won't stop talking about it. Why? Cultish? Oh, cultish. Oh, I see. Oh, because now that someone is vaccinated, the person feels like invincible or something. Hmm? Hear me out before you say no. Get a native English speaker as an assistant stream host to help you with new words or confusing concept, especially if they are a decent Japanese speaker. Yeah, that would be good. That'll be ideal. I need people. How do I find that sort of people though? I did know someone, a Trump supporter, who I was talking to in 2016, probably. Yeah, like it's probably before he got elected. I was talking to, like, he was mixed with like Japanese, like his mom was Japanese and his father is American, and also he's been to here many times, and so he understands everything. But like he was so much into conspiracy theory, so one day I'm like, dude, you gotta like give me a break. So yeah, since then I haven't spoken to him. I wonder if there are people like that. I will have like an open mind to that. Like, yeah, if you find anybody that can do that, that'd be great. Like, it's like rather, yeah, it's the assistant for my English, and also if someone can just pick the comment too, that'll be helpful too. Yep, yep, yep. I wonder where to start though. Like, when is the time I hire somebody? I don't even have budget and so on. I've always been curious. How does Japan view anime? Is it an important cultural export or honorable profession, or something only losers and outcasts would do? Uh, as a country, we are proud of anime, and we are using anime as our soft power. Is it Joseph Nye who came up with these terms, like soft power and hard power? Hard power being like military and politics and that sort of like actual power, and soft power is anime and all these cultural things like foods and that sort of like propaganda-ish sort of power. And so yeah, like anime is our soft power. And so even for our Olympics this time, we're hosting the Olympics. It's ending today though, right? Like as for the Olympics, the Paralympic will start, but yeah. And even for that, we use a lot of anime influence intentionally. And yeah, it's a big part of our life, but it's more intentional than, you know, like it's not like we are all nerds. And like for me, example, I don't for example, me, I don't watch anime. I grew up watching anime though, so when our anime is praised, I feel good. But it's not like I watch every day and I talk about it all the time. It's not like that. I'd rather watch Netflix than I watch. For me though, yeah, I watch Netflix and I watch American TV shows all the time. So yeah, it's a little bit different, but anime. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, speaking of which, is it Uzbekistan? I don't know how to pronounce that. Uzbekistan. How do you spell? Uzbekistan, as it is. Did you guys see the Sailor Moon of the team? I will show you. Let me show you. When I say show you, I'm like, it's like it's soy sauce. Show you is soy sauce. So I'm like, when I say let me show you, it's like let me soy sauce. I'm funny. Anyway, look, this is Uzbekistan girls. What do you call that? I don't know the sports name in English, but you know those athletes that do the thing like they fly around is on the floor. Yep, they're Sailor Moon. And I believe that they, did their performance using the music from the anime. So I grew up watching Sailor Moon. So, but this costume is a little kinky though. That's like, I don't know. It's too sexy for me. But that's what I saw. But anyway, so that's cool. So sometimes things like that happen and we get really happy. Yep. That's in peace, Yoko's wallet. Yes. If you feel sorry for me, by any chance, support me on Patreon, link below. Let's go up because I missed. Sorry, I am, a slow reader. But let's go skip a little. Sorry for that. I wonder why America wanted to destroy the Shinto religion. Oh, because they didn't want their enemy at the time to grow or survive. We were enemies at the time, and Japan for America at the time was very threatful. Probably they thought of us like China today. It's not as aggressive as China, but they had this image of Japan, expanding and being very threatful to America. So that's the image that they had. And the large part of that probably came from the propaganda by Soviet Union, though, and Chinese communists, because they were if you study history like around that time, you realize how much they were working hard, like especially Soviet Union spies, like that they are inside of the government and everything, and they took over, and Chinese communists too, they took over American organizations to spread propaganda, turning America an enemy against Japan. So yeah, they were brainwashed in that sense. And Japan was also, we did have Soviet Union spies inside too. And like it's so weird thinking about it. Like both countries, America and Japan, we were both, affected by Soviet Union spies and Chinese communist spies. And we were supposed to fight against those, and instead we fought against each other. So, wow, right? But yeah, after the war, Japan was strong though at the time. So America didn't want us to grow. So they, and Shinto is something what they thought was dangerous for them, because they knew the like how cultural values can motivate us to be very threatful in wars, if you know what I mean. So it's the reasons, like especially after they saw the like Banzai attack. Yeah, like all these young soldiers, they they just went into the flying jet. What do you call that? Like a battle aircraft, and like went to the ships with their bodies inside, and they sacrificed, like, oh yeah, suicide bomb or whatever you call it. Yeah, so like that's coming from our beliefs, so America knew it. So yes, Laura Trump might run for Senate in South Carolina. Really? But she declined to run this time. Oh, I might have seen the news. Yeah. North Carolina. Okay. Huh. Ah. If famous people become politicians, I don't know. Oh, but Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Californian governor, he was famous and he used it well, right? So, I don't know what to think. Eh? You really should subscribe and watch the liberal hive mind on YouTube to catch on what is going on in the US. He speaks a bit fast, but you can learn quite a lot from him. The liberal. Let me. Hive mind. Is this the one? Ooh. Ooh, there we see. Okay, I'll check that out. Oh yeah, many subscribers. Okay, I'll check that out. Thank you for your recommendation. Hello from Australia. Hello. Good day. Good day. I'm not making fun of Australians. I had an Australian teacher when I was in university. I had four native speaker as teachers. Yeah, in total in university. I had like 2 years of very intense English course, 2 years long. And after that, I was supposed to study abroad, but I actually failed from the course. I was smart enough to get into the course, but then I had a heartbreak, and I'm like, I was gonna go to Virginia to study near my online boyfriend was, so yeah. But then it ended before I even went. So yeah, I'm like, I don't even care, and I was playing around. But anyway, yeah, I'm three Americans. Yeah, 3 American teachers and one from Australia. So I learned Australian accent a little bit back then, but I can't speak it though. I'm learning my Japanese. It's not hard to learn, but it's hard to memorize the sentences and letters. Oh, it's the pattern though. Japanese. It's so like you just lay out all these words like it's everything is in order mostly, and what's hard I think is the small words in between that connect the sentences. Like when it is objective thing, then you use this and that, and yeah. I would never make a good Japanese teacher. I can't even explain. Man, it's so humid here. It's so hot. Like I can tell when it's gonna rain. Oh, I'm gonna go in 20 minutes with it. If Ronald Reagan had a third term, and people were saying he had dementia. What? America wanted to get rid of the emperor, but couldn't because the Japanese people would strongly oppose. Yes, 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 yes. Like they were afraid of our revenge, is what is often said. Kamala is so hated she can't go outside to get a cigarette, right? Even leftists hate her guts. Really? Interesting. Why though? Like she's a female and she has had a good career. Why do liberals hate her? CCP threatened Japan with nukes. Is that typical propaganda and provoking? Yeah. China knows that, like, CCP knows that Japan will not do anything against them. So they can attack us verbally and militarily. So they do come into our territorial airspace and waters all the time. Like it's not territorial, but like areas near our territorial spaces, they come in. And they even said before that, oh, Japan needs to get used to it, you know. I'm like, ah. A bunch of us are like, ah. Yeah, we need to do something about it. Like we're supposed to, you know, the the original way for us was to revise our constitution so that we can have the military officially. Right now, it is only self-defense force, so it's different from the military, and we are not allowed to go into war or, attack force and so on. So we were gonna revise the constitution, but even Abe administration couldn't do that. Like our former administration couldn't do that. So, and that was our hope, but it didn't work. So we realized like, oh, we can't do that. So now we are thinking of what we can actually do with the current set of laws and everything. There are ways though. So we really need to rise now or else. Like CCP is really, I think that CCP today is very like becoming even more arrogant. They probably they are realizing that even though the Western nations and like countries like ours, like Japan, those countries on the free world side, we kept sanctioning and we kept criticizing CCP, but we couldn't stop them. And then they took over Hong Kong in the middle of that. So they must be very proud, right now that they know that they cannot be stopped because they're so what's different from Soviet Union is like CCP is very much soaked into our economy, and we can Soviet Union was different because back in the day it was not like the globalism today, so we could detach, but not CCP. They are inside of us, so yeah, it's really hard, and CCP knows that. I mean, that's the strategy they have. So yeah. Kamala is worse than Hillary Clinton, and that's not easy to do. I bet it is not easy to do. But wait, so Kamala is hated, but Ocasio-Cortez is popular? I don't know how things work among the liberals. Mm. How did you manage to break a TV? Well, I wanted to break my husband's cell phone one day. I know it's wrong, but no, like I was tired and he wanted to play with me, and like I got annoyed by that, and we got into a fight. And I was like, I'm gonna destroy your cell phone while he was in the shower. So, and I threw it. It hit on the it hit his phone hit the wall, and then it bounced back and it hit the TV that was there. Like, that was not my intention. uh, I never get mad though. That's the only time I think that I really got this rage, you know. That happened though because I was very sleepy. I lacked in sleep. Like we were just back from a trip, and it was like three nights or so. Like we were out, and I wanted to sleep, but I couldn't get enough sleep. So when that happens, I get rage. I would love to hope for America. The bad guys always win. Oh no. I mean, I think any country is like that, especially if your country is big. I think that things are not going well. But it has the flow though, like good times and bad times, and we're just hitting the bad times, and especially because of CCP. Because all this business side is what's killing us. I remember people talking about an economic war with Japan during Ronald Reagan. Yeah. What's worse is Clinton, though. Clinton, he did what we call Japan passing. When he flew from America, like Clinton, the husband one, the president, when he flew to Asia, he flew just through us, like, or above us, and went to China. And it's a famous story. But yeah, the relationship of Japan and America at the time was really bad. Yeah, I don't think even Trump liked us back then. You know, like we were such a rival. So, man. But we are learning a lot, though, right? So at least we are learning from history. Yoko, do you think there will be domestic vaccine passports in Japan for things like nightclubs and theaters? I don't think our country is capable of that. Just because, I mean, I idea wise, people might like that idea, but I'm just thinking from the political perspective. I don't think that they can prepare all the systems. So each place, like nightclubs and so on, might have their own decision, but it's probably not like the government decides and we have to listen. Yeah, probably like that, because it's even we do get all this like state of emergency declaration and so forth, but it's not something that is binding us by laws. It's just request to us, and we're good people, so we just listen. But we don't have to, like legally speaking. And so some places, I think, oppose. They get, like, they have to pay for the money. What is called? F something. I forget the word, but yeah, even by paying it, oh yeah, like a penalty and so on, they still want to run the business. And so yeah, not all business listen to the request from government or local what you say, like politicians. But I don't know. Oh, hello. Man, I'm hungry. Yoko, congratulations on Team Japan beating Team US in baseball for gold. Oh, yes. Oh, was it against America? as I said, the TV. Well, we still could see, but from a few days ago, it's all like black and we can't see anything. So I haven't seen TV in a few days. And I did hear about Japan winning the gold in baseball, but I didn't know it was against America. Softball was like that too. It was Japan versus America, and we won. But thank you. Yeah, I hear that one of the player, like Japanese player, showed the gold medal to above, like to the sky, and it's because his friend, like who was also a player, passed away earlier this month or so. So yeah, so it was on the news. Why do people believe America will always be the best? Because we like what we have now, maybe. We People talk about ideals, and ideals are good to have, and it's something that we should discuss. But we are now, on the phase to pick between America and CCP. That's a choice that we have to make, right? Man, CCP is so strong though, and that is because they bribe all these poor countries. And America, I think, would like to do that too, but they don't have enough money or the policies to interfere in other countries. It's interesting because when we think about international society, like Japanese conservatives have we our sense is that we interfere other, it's not like interfere, but we go outside of a country and make friends, and we do all this business and so on, and we go out, and that's what we think is politics. But American conservatives don't want to interfere in other countries' issues, and they want to focus on their land. So that's a huge difference, I feel like, between the conservatives here and America. So I need to be there to be the bridge to, interact and so on. La, 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 la. Yoko, do you watch any English-speaking news shows like Tucker Carlson tonight? Sometimes, but not recently. It's like I don't. Are there, like, if there's something going on, then I check. But I'm I'm still Japanese, so like I only check Japanese stuff. But I'm about to change my attitude though. Like I've been thinking about my life so much this year. Like what do I want to do? So I tried gaming, and I also got back into art and so on. And I'm like, how do I want to run this channel even? So I was giving thoughts to that a lot, especially recently. And I think that I will start checking news more. So, yeah, like if I am to check out news, then I will definitely watch Tucker Carlson or Fox News in general. Like, I know that some of you don't even like Fox News, but yeah. And I actually need to, find my favorite source too. Yes. I need to go in 5 minutes. Due to how poorly the US is handling the COVID-19 mess, the US economy is going to be bad for at least the next 5 to 10 years. Hard economic times are here to stay for some time. Yeah. It's interesting though, because like, of course, our business is damaged, our economy is damaged here in Japan as well. Like, it's one of the worst times in history. But at the same time, like, all this, for example, restaurants and bars, they are closing, but there are other kinds of business that are started to make more money than before. So I rather see as a shift, in the society. The structure is changing. So that's what I see. So if the government or whatever can invest in the shift to like the new business and so on, then that will be that might boost the economy. I feel like it's about how we can see ahead in time to see what is the uh, demand in this society today, because COVID might be gone, but I feel like China can sneak in some new virus and so on to release the new one, because they probably got this good, you know, like they are getting good things out of this situation, and they're not even uh, held by the free world, and they're rather making money than before. So yeah, we need to think of how like I think that we need to see the social structure ahead in time. But yeah, CCP is strong because the dictatorship can work well in times like this, that like democratic nations or countries like ours or yours, that we have this process that we have to have in order to like legally meet all the criteria. But dictatorship countries, they don't need anything, right? Like the dictator says something and everybody has to listen, so it's way faster, and they can do whatever they want. So yeah, it's that's the weakness that we have. But at least your country is not alone. Especially Japan and the US are very similar, and so yeah. Yesterday I saw, huh? Well, I was watching the wrestling in Japan's Takuto Otoguro and Yui Susaki won gold in 65 kilo and 50 kilo weight category respectively. Japan performed well in this Olympics. Yeah, I think so too. I saw the guy on the newspaper today. Like his picture is huge on the front page, and yeah, and judo players, they won a lot of golds as well. And yeah, I was actually surprised that we don't have many athletes compared to America and China, I think. So considering that, yeah, our people did very well. And especially in like softball and baseball too. Like, wow. There's people in your stream. Yes. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you want to do that? I need to go in 2 minutes. Okay. Ohio. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm excited to get a new TV after this, but I need to go in 1 minute. Yeah, but oh man, so I'm gonna start live streaming my husband speaking in front of a TV like every day, and also I will check the news more so that I actually want to make videos like me just speaking casually every day. I know I keep saying that for years, but Yeah, I really want to do that now. Like some kind of reaction, but I don't want to get too like I don't want to research and so on too much. I want to just share my everyday life because that's easier and that's more real and informative, I feel. Yeah. So I'm thinking of posting videos now. Hmm. I hate this mask sacred Olympic Games task by Tokyo Olympics failed. Oh, well, it's not the same, but what we want is that we didn't give the Olympics to Beijing, you know. I kept saying it before the Olympics started this time that if we didn't hold the Olympics this time, then China was going to be the first ever to hold the Olympics after the this pandemic. And they will say like, oh, reconstruction and whatsoever, and they are there even though they are the one that spread the virus basically. They will say that uh, like they would have behaved like a hero of the world and so on, you know. But because Japan came in and to held the Olympics as it was scheduled, I mean a year later, but we still managed to hold that so that China can't act that way. The we, Japan, somehow, it's not perfect, but still we did manage to hold the Olympics in the middle of this pandemic. So that should be at least, you know, it's not the facts maybe for some people, but we need the narrative. You know, we need to take the advantage of the situation to fight against our enemies. So yeah, that's what I think at least. Oh, Zach, thank you for super chat. Take this with you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It really helps. Yes, this is what I do. So, yeah, this is like my job. So it really helps me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I wanted to read more. I had to skip a bit, but uh, yes, the birds are chirping like crazy outside. So weird. Okay. I want to read more, but uh, okay. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna go now because I need to actually before getting the TV in an hour, I have to run to the grocery store to get whatever I can before the typhoon hits here. So okay. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I will check out news more, and hopefully next week I will come back with more reactions and so on. And if you have any question, ask me next week. Okay, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It really means a lot to me. So, okay, I'm gonna go now. Okay, cue the outro and go. Okay, bye.